Hello, dear friends. Hope you guys are having a wonderful evening. It's super duper, okay, maybe it's not super duper late, but it's after 9 p.m. I'm probably completely crazy doing a video at this time of the evening, but it's a bit of time I had available. So, you guys are going to get to take a peek at the May 2024 kits and specials that are available from Not Close to My Heart from Stampin' Up. I don't, I can't hardly believe that I'm actually saying that. That just still seems very surreal, but it's been kind of a wild ride the last couple months, right? At least I know it is for me. So we have made the transition. Myself and many team members have made the transition over to Stampin' Up. We're learning a lot of fun new things. We are diving in. It's really been quite an exhilarating experience. And so I'm going to show you guys some kits that I have created with some Stampin' Up product. I'm also have some kits that are created using Close to My Heart product. We are under the transition umbrella, which means that even though we are Stampin' Up demonstrators, we are able to use some of the things that are in our Close to My Heart stash. And so you guys know that I love kits. I have years worth of papers and embellishments that I had saved for the purpose of creating kits for you guys. And so you will see some of those scattered throughout until the end of 2024, which is the cutoff date for being able to transition and still go back and use some of our Close to My Heart products. So everything that you do not see, papers and embellishments for the kits, everything else is going to my purge sale. So if you guys are on the hunt for some heavily sought after Close to My Heart's products, you can join my purge group. I'll post the link here in this page. And so I'll be having my first of a series of purges later in June. Okay, so we're gonna get through May first, and then we'll talk about purging in June. But some fun things that are happening during May. So you guys may or may not have heard that there is going to be some transitional bridge products that have been branded and designed by Close to My Heart. They are the same products that you guys know and love, that you've been using for years alongside me, and this is going to be available during Stampin' Up. So when you guys go to buy these Close to My Heart products, you are going to actually do it on my brand new Stampin' Up website. I will post the link to my website and the host code down below in the comments, and I'll also go in and edit the description of the video when we're finished filming. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a quick little peek at the Stampin' Up CTMH branded products. So there are a couple things that have already sold out. The thin cut sold out within, gosh, like an hour of it being released in the middle of the night. It was absolutely crazy. But the collection that we're going to get for May, now they're going to see some trickle down product all throughout the summertime. And then in the fall, Stampin' Up is hoping to have a complete brand new mini catalog that will include 12 by 12 scrapbooking like we're used to seeing. So your paper packs, your sticker sheets, your we're going to get the two-toned white core 12 by 12 cardstock will be available. We are going to have some workshops and some embellishments and stuff that you guys are used to seeing. They're rolling this out to us as quickly as they can. And so it's just going to take a little bit of time. So bear with me, hang tight. We're going to get through this in fantastic fashion, I promise. But to kind of help make this transition a little bit easier for us, they are going to roll out some of the products that Close to My Heart already had designed and ready to go for upcoming catalogs that was planned before the closure was announced. And so the collection we're going to get during May, it's called Enjoy the Ride. It's a very Susan collection. Look at the rainbow color palette, you guys. It's very, very Susan. Now, a full disclaimer, I have still not figured out the lighting settings on my brand new webcam, and so it's blowing out the color just a little bit. So please rest assured that this is much brighter and bolder than this video feed would lead it to believe. So this is Rosy Pumpkin, Honey Butter, Limeade, Jade, Harbor, Bluebird, and French Vanilla. So those of you that are familiar with our color palettes in Close to My Heart world, that'll give you an idea of kind of what we're playing with. But it's called Enjoy the Ride, and you guys are going to get the same 12 by 12 double-sided cardstock weight papers with the zip strips. We've got some fun dots to coordinate with that. You've got a beautiful sticker sheet and a coordinating cardstock pack. Now, I was able to add all of that onto my order and get it on the way. And so the last whenever I had looked at the catalog, the Stampin' Up! Product line, this was all still available. Okay, now the card making stamp and thin cuts was still available when I looked last time. It's very cool, by the way. The scrapbooking stamp and thin cuts, however, had sold out that evening, that very first evening after it was released as well. So you can't get this one anymore, just unless it was like a glitch or something, and I don't think that it was. So this is gone. Okay. The scrapbooking workshop that, again, that you guys are used to seeing with the die cuts and the embellishments and paper pack and stickers and all that good stuff, that is still available. Now, I don't normally incorporate these into my workshops, but I ordered this because I anticipate having this workshop ready to go during the middle of the month. Therefore, it will be a workshop that we will be able to use the die cuts that were featured in the workshop kit, rather than me releasing it at the first of the month and using the print and cut and all of that stuff as an incentive. So this is going to be something that you're most likely going to see. Again, like, it's got to get in my hands, and I have to figure out what I'm going to do with it before I can, 100% promise on that. But this is in my order, hopefully on its way shortly. It's really fun because some of my customers that ordered like at the stroke of midnight, their orders have already shipped. It's crazy. They're going to get their Stampin' Up! Orders quicker than they're going to get some of their last Close to My Heart orders. It's crazy. Hello, Miss Stacy. You're a party animal staying up past your bedtime. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. It's after 9, and I tell you, I am ready for sleep, but I have hours more worth of work to do. So I'm so happy that you popped on. It's great to quote see you. So in your workshop this time, guys, I'm just going to throw it out there that there are the paper and sticker sheet, okay, the 12 by 12 cardstock. You're going to get 4 exclusive patterned paper sheets, okay. You're going to get the 2 exclusive die cut sheets, 2 exclusive stencils. Sometimes they have stencils, sometimes they don't. And then also the dots as well. So lots of really, really fun stuff added in this one. And I'm excited to get to play with it. Like I said, I never really messed with these too much, but we're going to add them in this time. And then, pardon me. And then the card making workshop. So these are such cute cards, you guys. I probably have the webcam so far up on my desk, you probably can't see it very well. But they are super cute. My favorite image on here, I think, is this adorable little, let's see if it will focus, this adorable little stitched flower pot here. It's got a little layering portion that is stitched on top, and these really cute little die cut single florals and then floral bunches. They're so cute. I love it. And I love the font. I tell you, on a stamp set, the font is usually what sells me or turns me off, is the font of the sentiments. And I absolutely love this one. So, pardon me, you're going to hear lots of yawning during this video, but you have the same things you guys are used to seeing. So your card bases and envelopes, your bulk papers, all of that good stuff. So I'm just reaching up here and getting some notifications off my screen. Maybe I'll be able to see comments. We'll see if technology wants to be my friend. So a card making workshop, and then you're going to have the thin cuts that did sell out. So rest no fear. I know how to make this happen with some partial die cutting techniques for you guys to be able to use an alphabets thin cut that you have in your stash already. So stay tuned. You might see a video here coming to the channel later this month, so maybe you won't be so super sad, okay? But these are sold out, so I'm going to flip quickly past there. Then they have also brought over the cardstock packs and the stamp pads that coordinate with the palette of this collection. So if you guys maybe need some additional papers, or maybe you still have a stamp pad or two that you are still trying to add to your collection, you'll be able to grab those that coordinate with the kit, okay? Now, these are available right now. And the hang up, okay, is that you have to have been a shopper with Close to My Heart, have your email address in their system. You had to have had that in the Close to My Heart system in order to buy these, okay? So if you're listening to this and you have purchased Close to My Heart from me before, you are in luck, my friends. You will be able to purchase this. So as I said, I'm going to put my web link and the host code up in the description of this video, but just for quick reference, it is studiosuze.stampinup.net. Okay, studiosuze.stampinup.net. Now, if you guys decide to go over there and place an order, and you are a VIP, they're doing this only for VIPs. So if you're a person that dropped your status as a VIP, you do not get one of these for free. But for $4, you can add it to your shopping cart, okay? And it'll ship with your order, only $4, okay? But if you are a VIP with me, you are going to get one of these added to your order for free, and it will not show up on your order. The precious, precious people in the Stampin' Up! Warehouse are going to go in and manually add these to your boxes. So you're not going to see it on your order receipt, but rest assured, if you're a VIP, you will get one of these for free. This is their great big annual catalog, guys. It's a big thick one. Like, we haven't had one of these for a very, very long time. So you have a great big thick beautiful catalog. It is absolutely filled. I have already spent many dollars during the 2 days that this catalog has been live. It's awesome, and oh my gosh, we're just going to save it, okay? We're not going to talk anymore about it. I just promise you there are going to be some amazing projects coming to you, both scrapbooking and card making, okay? Now, if you guys are listening and you have, you know, been around my business for any time at all, I've been doing kits for many years. We started I think back in 2017, so a long time. But what I'm going to do, we're gonna shift directions, okay? So we're shifting out of Stamp of the Month. Now, you guys, here's the deal. I have always been real with you, probably more real than I should, right? Like, I'm supposed to be stoic and love all the things and always, you know, present them in a way that is always very affirmative and all of that. But you know what? I'm not that girl, right? I'm not that girl. And you guys know that. You know I'm not that person. So what have I told you for years and years and years? Like, when we get those Stamp of the Month stamp sets, sometimes I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm going to use it because I have to, but this is not my favorite stamp, right? Like, it's not my favorite. How many of you guys over the years have added that free stamp set to your shopping cart when you're like, oh, I would not be adding this if it wasn't free. It would not be in my shopping cart if it wasn't free, right? So we are the same. And I tell you what, I am so energized and excited about this new kind of idea going forward, what we're gonna be doing with these kits. And in this month is going to be card making, but you're not always gonna see card making. I have some sketches already that I'm gonna be working on. One moment, we have one more. We have one more yawn. That probably won't be the last one of the evening. But oh, Naomi's, she's me too. Yes, and I'm building shopping cart number 3 currently. So yeah, there's no one's gonna lack for product, right? It's gonna be amazing. So I am working on some sketches as well, guys. You're going to see some of the free pre-cut kits come, where we're going to be putting together some 12 by 12 scrapbooking layouts as well, okay? So more of that is coming, but you're going to get cards this time because, full disclaimer, in fact, I'm going to show you, okay? I almost shouldn't, but if there is someone that is watching this video, and some of you guys had commented when I was showing you some of the artwork that I had bought previously ahead of time, because my goal was to get some Stampin' Up! Product, and I just purchased it as a customer because I wanted to have a workshop ready to go for my team and my customers May 1st. Well, my plan backfired on me because they ended up retiring the products that I used. I made an awesome 10-page workshop. It's quite beautiful, I do say so myself. And so it's unusable. So I want you guys to know that I do have the files for it. So I'm going to flip through these pages in a minute. And if you like the patterns, and maybe you're a Stampin' Up! Customer and you either have the paper and you want to use the layouts as is, or if you have other papers and you want to use the cutting guide for another set of papers, you can still redeem the masterfully made workshop files with your qualifying orders. And you guys know I always do, for every $25 that you spend, you can request a set of workshop files, okay? And so when you place your order, you just have to email me and tell me which ones you want. And yes, you can. This has been a big question. You can go back and dive into the archive. So over on my blog, the justcrazyblessed.blogspot.com, there are hundreds of files over there. No, I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. I'm compiling them from the very beginning of my career to put them on one master document with all the links for my current team members, because you guys know, if you join my team, and there's an incredible recruiting promotion this month, I'm just saying, okay? when you join my team, you get all of my workshop files for free. And so I'm compiling all of the list of all the hundreds of them I've done throughout the entire career that I've been creating files. And you can go back and see all those on my blog in the right and the left sidebars. And so if you see some of those, maybe you're going through your stash and you see a paper pack that's super duper old, go over to my blog. There's a very good chance there is a workshop file for it, and you guys can go back and request that as well. I'm not going to change my blog. We're just going to begin adding Stampin' Up! Content right onto it, and I'm going to change a few links, and off to the races we're going to go, okay? So I had a scrapbooking workshop ready to go, so I was also going to make cards as well, so I could you know, kind of catch both of my peeps, right? Both of my types of crafters, and it did not work out. So this is essentially retired. I'll show you the pages here in a minute. We'll just flip through it in a second. But this is going to be a kit and a class that we're going to do. We're going to go back to the event style classes rather than I do a class here, do a class there. You guys sometimes catch it, you sometimes don't. We're going to go back to where you know ahead of time the date of the class. We're going to do giveaways like I used to do when we would do Stamp of the Month classes. And it's going to be just kind of like a girls' night in, okay? Or if the boys want to come too, the boys can come too. But it's going to feature, around the class this month, is going to feature these fun cards. Now, I want to show you these cards. These are super duper adorable. So they are interactive. They'll lay flat to go into an envelope, okay? But they're interactive. And so they are going to pop open. We're calling it the Fancy Flap class. So they pop open this way, okay? And then you can also open them like a standard card as well. Now, don't worry, on the class, we're going to have deviations so that if you guys are like, yeah, Suze, I'm not all about the dimension, I'm not all about the interactivity, I am maybe a beginner and I want to tone it down a little bit and make it not as fancy, do not worry, I will show you how. Like, we're really going to go, what I'm excited about doing in the classes, guys, the event, is that we're really going to dive in and I get to share with you the things that I love to talk about. I don't have to worry about getting 5 different or 6 different projects done in a month and worrying about repeating myself with techniques and using different products and stuff like that. We get to take all of that information and condense it all down into one evening of crafting. And that means I really get to dive in with you. And I'm super, super excited about that. So we're going to talk about, I'm going to be showing you guys like all my super duper cool stamping techniques and my thin cutting techniques. And again, you guys are going to know how to do this. You're going to walk away with all of your files, your sketch to make individual cards. Yes, I do have people that always ask me if I am a consultant slash demonstrator, right? Because we have to teach the old dogs new tricks, and I'm an old dog, so I'm not a consultant or a maker. I'm a demonstrator, but I just answer to Suze. That's okay too. But I have questions always that my fellow demonstrator or consultant friends want to say, Suze, can I participate? And yes, you absolutely, I am going to allow those people to participate as well. So I'm going to go in and we're going to teach you guys how to make this card. We're going to have giveaways during the class. Again, it's going to be just a really amazing, fun girls' night in of creating, and we're going to do it start to finish, okay? So we're going to be making these fun cards, okay? And the great thing about this, and this is really where I get so excited when I think about this new concept, is that I have always created the kits centered around the stamp of the month, right? So many times you guys saw your sentiment images were sized in a way to coordinate with that featured stamp of the month, right? And then if you weren't using that stamp set, the card kit or the scrapbooking kit was a little bit more challenging. Not that it wasn't able to be used, but it was a little bit more challenging because, again, I was creating a kit based around a stamp set. So we are completely course correcting. We are changing how we're doing things. And I keep saying we as if I have like a community of minions in here that have helped make this decision, but really it's me, myself, and I with the help of my boys packing kits. But we're going to try to really going forward create kits, again, not only cards, but scrapbooking pages as well. But we're going to create kits that have more of a generic style of creating where you guys can go back in and dive into your stash and use a stamp of what you have already available. Or maybe you're like, I don't like Stampin' Suze. I don't want to use a stamp there, but I got some cool stickers. or have some fun die cuts, or maybe you like to do print and cut, right? Like maybe this is your jam and you want to put something like that on here instead of a stamped image. You're absolutely able to do that, because the kit, I'm creating them on purpose to be very, very generic. So it's going to cover as many different styles of crafting as possible. So, you know, you guys see girly and kind of frou-frou with the florals and that kind of thing. But if you guys wanted to turn this card design into a masculine card, you could absolutely do that with no trouble at all, right? You can change the stamped image, change your papers, that kind of thing, and this is going to work for a boy card just like it would for a girl card, right? So I'm going to show you, there's going to be a supply list. Again, I'm just like moving at the speed of lava because my team is taking a lot of my manpower right now. And so I don't have my blog post up yet. So underneath in this video, if you're watching this video, underneath in the comments, I'm going to place the supply listing, okay, from what you guys can grab over on the Stampin' Up website. I'm going to talk to you about the cardstock colors here in a moment too, but I want to show you guys. I just have to like a really quick, we're going to cover a lot of this in the class, okay? But I just got to tell you, I have heard for a long time of people saying that are in Close to My Heart World that they don't really like the Stampin' Up ink pads, and I got to tell you, I'm not one of them. Like these stamp pads, this foam pad is amazing, you guys. It's amazing. There was no more like tap, tap, twist, twist that we have to do with our felt pad. This is like you barely touch the stamp on this ink pad and it just like, holy cow, it's amazing. So if you guys do not have any of these stamp pads, listen to me, hear me clearly. They are amazing. You will love them. Okay, there is a challenge of opening them. I want to say challenge, but I didn't really have a trouble with them. You open them and slide them, and then unslide them and close them. So it's really like if you are somebody that likes the ease of just taking off our lid, that's something that you might miss. But I tell you what, the actual stamp pad in here, amazing, absolutely amazing. So my kit, again, you guys are going to get a kit that has this paper and these cardstocks. You're going to get that kit. You don't necessarily have to use the ink colors that I used. And truly, if you're like, I love thank you for sending me cardstock, Suze, but I'm going to change out the pattern paper to make it a boy card, well, then you be my guest, right? But I'm going to show you guys, these are the colors that I featured on. So I have a black stamp pad as well, but the Summer Splash, the Pretty in Pink, and the Petunia Pop are 3 of the 5 in colors. Now, in colors are kind of like Close to My Heart's color of the year, only they get 5. We have 1. They have 5. Like they're everything that we do, they do bigger because they're like amazing and humongous, okay? Really, it's been a good time getting to know all of this and seeing like what extensive of a product line they have. It's quite remarkable. But what I want to mention to you, okay, I told you there is an amazing team building campaign in May. So there's an additional $82 bonus that gets added to your starter kit that you get to choose all the product in your starter kit. But there's an $82 bonus that features 4 different products of all 5 of the in colors. Remember I told you the in colors are 5. Here's the other 2, just because I have them here next to me, okay? These are your other colors. So you've got Shy Shamrock and Peach Pie. They're so fun together, guys. They look so cool together. Like they could not have picked 5 colors that like coordinated any better than this. And yes, it looks amazing with black. You guys know that's always my go-to, right? But you get all 5 of the stamp pads as part of that joining offer. You get pattern paper that are the in colors, you get cardstock that are the in colors, you get all 5 stamp pads, and you get all 5 markers, okay? So it's an amazing, incredible value. I'll send you guys over a flyer and a little bit of information if you want it. You guys know you don't have to worry if you reach out to me about something. I'm not like a hounder. You don't have to worry. I'm not one of those telemarketer people where if you put your name or your number on a mailing list that I'm going to bug you till you die. I'm not that person. If you message me or comment and say, hey, Sue, send me over some information, I'll do it. And then if you reach back out to me, we'll have a conversation. If not, it's totally fine, right? But I just want you guys to know that this is an incredible value as part of the joining promotion during May, okay? And you can hang out with me and like 170 of my closest friends, right? So it's going to be great. So these are 3 of the 5 colors we used for this kit. And I want to show you guys the stamp set. Okay, again, I just have to share. I know the video is going to be longer. They're always long. Why do I always say we're going to make them short? Because they're literally, you guys, never going to be short. It's never going to be short. I'm a country girl and I have a lot to say, and it's all important, so you can't ever trim it down, right? So there you go. You know, when you tune in, you're going to get it near full. But this was a stamp set that was what they call an encore stamp set, which means they had it in the product line before, but it made it back into a following catalog. Well, I loved this. And I have to tell you again, so I've heard my whole career with Close to My Heart, like, they don't like the way Stampin' Up! Does XYZ, right? Like, we were such snobs back then, right? Now we're like, oh my gosh, they're really great people. They have really great products. And so we're glad to be part of it, right? But I hear people say they prefer our stamp storage better. I gotta tell you, not me. This is genius, you guys. This is genius. So they're like like a DVD case. They are sourced in the United States, by the way, for those of you that love the idea of shopping at home and supporting home. They have these manufactured here in the United States, but their stamps come on the same type of carrier sheet that we have. They just don't have the black printing. Pardon me. The black printing is here on the cover, okay? So what they want you to do is to take off this second piece here and peel off your images and put them right here. But I gotta tell you, I just really kind of like the ease of keeping it on this little bendy sheet, the carrier sheet, because when you put them all down here on this more firm plastic case, with my acrylic nails, it's kind of difficult to get in there and peel them up. And I just love the idea of keeping them. They're very easy to take on and off here. And I think that the benefit to putting them here is that you can make sure that you have all your images on here. Like, you don't have one stuck to your shoe or stuck to your desk or something. I mean, like, it happens, right? I wore around a stamp on my shoe for probably a good week without even realizing it. But this would be a good way to make sure that you're not losing any. But for me, I really just don't really struggle much. Like, that doesn't really bother me. I can pretty much tell whether there's going to be one, whether I'm missing one or not, because it pretty much, there's a lot of images on here and it pretty much takes up the whole darn sheet. So you can store them how you want. But the part that I love so much about it is that it's going to keep your stamp set here. I have shared with my customers for years and years and years that I never cared for those flimsy magnetic carrier sheets that would go down in the little plastic packaging. I didn't ever like that. I buy from a manufacturer here in the United States these 5x7 really sturdy, like there's nothing flimsy about them. They're cardboard on the back. Magnetic cards to hold my thin cuts on. And I've done this for years and years and years since we ever got thin cuts. And what I love so much about this, you guys, is that, look, they fit right there in the case. So I have like some stamping techniques that I use with my thin cuts. I have those, like, I can throw those right in the case. Okay, I couldn't fit all this in my little 6x6 envelope from Close to My Heart, but I can throw those in there. Usually when I'm creating, I will create extras. Some of the times I end up not using them, so I usually will stick them in a little baggie or something like that. I used to put them in the 4x6 little clear photo containers that Close to My Heart had in that big fun organizer. But now I can put them in a little baggie and dump them right in the bag, and I keep everything that has to do with the stamp set right here in the little case, you guys. I'm telling you, like, this is amazing. This is for my thought process. Hello, Miss Josie and Tara and Creative Cards by Melissa. Good evening, guys. It's so funny. On the day of, well, like right when it was turning midnight, on the 1st of May, I was doing a video for my VIP customers, so when they woke up in the morning, they could have this information. And I had more people watching at 12 and 1 o'clock in the morning than I ever did during the day. And it's so funny that you guys are here. It's 9:30 my time in Central Time. And, like, you guys are watching me blabber on and on about stamp cases. God bless you. I hope your day was wonderful. But maybe you want to go to bed, right? So I just have to say, I love this. So if you guys are like thinking, oh gosh, like you have like issues of maybe like, how am I going to store these things that I begin collecting? Maybe you have some baskets already that your stamp of the month sets are in or something like that. But these are going to fit, you guys. These fit in the very same baskets that my stamp of the month, or my Close to My Heart. There's a lot of like different names that I got to retrain my brain. Okay. But you guys know what I mean. All my CTMH stamps the baskets that I had them all in, that are now all in my Burge pile, these fit just perfect, okay? But it's so cool because it, like, you have a picture on the front of everything in here, and you can put your dies and everything in here. Like, seriously, I'm sold. I am absolutely sold. These are amazing. So I gotta tell you, I don't hate them. I really don't. So this is a stamp set that I used. I used the bundle and the stamp, and if you buy it together, then you get, I'm sorry. If you buy them together in the new catalogs, you get a discount. Since this is an encore set, which means it was it was previously released, they don't give you the discount after it comes back. After it becomes an encore product, they break it up where you can't buy it as a bundle. So I guess maybe that's incentive to buy things you love when they first come out. But I use the stamp and the thin cuts to create these cards. Now, I do have classes planned inside the membership using that stamp and thin cut, so you guys are going to have a lot of ability to use it. And do you want to know, I have to just tell you, do you want to know my absolute favorite part of Stampin' Up? No, it's not even the fact that they have like 55 colors, because that's amazing. But you guys, their products in the annual catalog are going to last a full year. So while these bundles feel like they're a few dollars more than what our traditional bundles are like in Close to My Heart World, can you imagine how many products we're going to get to use with these? How many different paper collections we're going to get to use with these? We have them for a minimum of a year. It's going to be amazing. And then if it's something from the new catalog that it becomes an encore catalog, then you get it for another, you get it for another year. It's so cool. So you guys are going to see many, many, many projects using these. It's going to be awesome. It's not like it's here for 7 weeks and it retires and we have to get something different, right? Like, it's really hard. It's hard for a teacher, for like myself, it's hard for my brain to keep up with that quick rotation, but it's also kind of challenging on the pocketbook too, right? Like, 2 more months, we've got new things we're adding in and we're buying and we're playing with, and everybody wants all the things, right? But it's kind of a challenge. So I just feel like, from a frugality standpoint, from the, like, really being able to dig in and use our products while they're still available, you're still able to replenish the paper that you cut up and fun things like that. I am like wildly excited about it. And it's so fun because they have new products that come they have kits every single month. They have online exclusives every other month. Like, it's crazy town. You get new stuff all the time, but these really beautiful, beautiful, beautiful things that are in this big annual catalog that, again, if you're a VIP, you're going to get one for free. If you're not a VIP, you can add it to your order for $4. Guys, I can't even buy them and ship them to you for a fraction of that, okay? So I'm not going to be one of those consultants that buy 100 catalogs and ship them to all the people. In my brain, it just doesn't make sense, okay? And so this month, if you're a VIP, you're going to get it for free. If you're not a VIP, add it to your order for $4, okay? It's $4. It's a great big thick thing. You're gonna love it, okay? So you're not gonna get one in the mail for me for free. I'm just telling you all that right now. I'm not gonna be like 2 weeks later, psych, everybody that bought one, sorry, I'll bring you one for free. It's not happening, okay? Again, I'm just being real with you, okay? Because that's the only way that I know how to be. So you're gonna get to see a lot of projects with that stamp set and thin cuts, and I'm very, very excited about it. So I'm just going to quickly flip through these, okay? They all have the same pattern. They're using different papers. This is a paper pack that is surrounded around the in colors, as you can tell. And I use some of my favorite patterns. There are 12 sheets of paper in this collection, and they're double-sided, so you have a lot of different patterns. I, of course, picked my favorites. You guys can pick your favorites, okay? And I'll tell you again that my webcam really is blowing out the colors. So they're much more vibrant than what it's alluding to on the screen. But super fun. Again, they're going to go flat to fit in an envelope, okay? And even the little pull feature here just folds right in, so it will fit in a standard size A2 4¼ by 5½ envelope, okay? So you guys are going to be able to get all of these in your kit for $75 order this month, okay? Listen closely, this is a change, okay? $75 order is the same price we've had since 2020, okay? But in order to get this kit for free with your $75 order, you have to use a host code and link it to a party, okay? In Close to My Heart world, we could link it to a party in the back end by ourselves. We didn't need to have a host code. The consultants could go and do that. Stampin' Up! Is a little different. They have to have the orders have to be attached to a party for it to count in that back office. And so if you order $75 but you do not use the host code, I am not able to send you a kit, okay? I have been always real with you guys, and I always will be, okay? I fund the labor that I pay my mom to help me cut and strip Cricut mats and all of that, my shipping supplies, my envelopes, my packaging, all of that, the shipping cost. I fund all of that out of my sales commission. Every one of these cost me a significant amount of money to get to you, okay? That being said, I don't also have the room out of my sales commission to fund the product too. I rely on the hostess rewards to fund the product part of it. That means that if you do not order and attribute your order with a host code to my open party so that I may use that order to help generate the product to replenish the kits, it means you do not get a kit, okay? If at any point in time you guys have a question before placing your order, please reach out to me and I will be so happy to answer any questions and make sure everyone is clear, okay? But there will always be a host code attached to the cover photo in my business page. There's going to be a host code if you're happen to be watching this and you're a VIP. Inside our private VIP customer group, there will be a pinned post that will have a host code. I'm going to keep those host codes on the graphics up at the top of all the pages, okay? Now during the month, if that host code changes, there will be I'll upload a different graphic. But anytime you go to place an order, I would really love it if you guys could please get into the habit of going and looking at one of those forums and seeing what the current host code is. And there is a screenshot that I will post that will show you guys exactly where to put it. It's just a place that just clearly says host code. It's right when you're getting ready to check out. When you see your subtotal, there's a place to put a host code. Now there is an exception to that, and you guys get to be the one that make the choice, okay? So Stampin' Up! Will give you can earn Stampin' rewards, which are hostess rewards, okay? With a $150 order all by itself. $150 and it goes up from there, okay? So when your shopping cart hits $150, it's going to pop up and say, you have earned Stampin' rewards, and it'll tell you the dollar amount that you have, okay? You are welcome at any point to essentially be your own hostess and claim your own rewards. If you're like, Suze, I am not about those kits this month. I've already had a VIP person tell me, I love her, and she's like, Suze, you know I don't do cards, so I placed my $150 order and I claimed my own rewards instead of putting it on with your host code. That's absolutely fine. So you're making a choice. You are either choosing at your $150 order, you're either choosing to earn your own rewards by not entering a host code, or you're choosing to enter the host code and get the kit. You can choose. It's up to you. If you're like, I don't like the kits this month, I don't want anything to do with them, that's totally fine. Earn your own rewards if you place a qualifying order, and you can keep those, okay? But if you want the kits, and there's another one too that I'll talk to you about in a minute. But if you want the kits, you have to use the host code. Okay, you have to use the host code, guys. We gotta learn hard things. Okay, we just have to train ourselves and get in the habit of it. Okay, so these are what you guys are going to be able to make with me. And again, it's going to come with a complete cutting guide. The fun thing, and what I did this time, is since Stampin' Up! Has 8.5 by 11 cardstock, you guys get 2 different cutting guides. So if you have 8.5 by 11 cardstock and you want to be able to cut that with your paper trimmer, there's a cutting file to help you to do that, okay? A complete cutting guide that will help you create that maximum paper usage. Look at these 2 pieces right here, no scraps whatsoever, right? And so you can cut all of the cards with your paper trimmer. Now, if you are someone that you're like me, you're like, I got lots of Close to My Heart 12 by 12 cardstock left, Suze. I want to recreate these, but I love my Cricut just like you do. There's also a second file in here, a design space link for your Cricut that's going to take and create these same exact cards, but you're going to let Cricut do the work for you. So if you're not a consultant, right? If you're a demonstrator and you're like, this is amazing, Suze, I want to teach this to my own customers, you are absolutely welcome to get the file and have Cricut cut it for you. It's going to do all the scoring and everything for you. It's going to be awesome. So you guys actually get 2 for 1 with this one. You get the trimmer cutting guide for 8.5 by 11 paper, and then you get the Cricut file for the 12 by 12 paper. Now, that being said, with underneath that transition umbrella that we are allowed till the end of the year, I have close to my heart cardstock that I am trying to use up in a productive way. So I chose close to my heart cardstock colors that matched the paper, okay? And my customers are going to get close to my heart cardstock. So they're going to get Thistle, Flamingo, and then some people are going to get Emerald, because Emerald is an amazing match. Like, look how great it looks with this paper here. It is an amazing match. And then some people are going to get Lagoon. And this is how much, if you guys know me, you know how serious it is when I tell you this. This is how much I love my customers. I cut up the very last sheet of Close to My Heart Lagoon cardstock that I will ever be able to get my hands upon to put in these kits. The very last sheet. Like a moment of silence. It's my favorite color in the whole wide world. The whole wide world. My whole house, my accent color on every room is the Lagoon. So that is how much I love my customers, okay? I ran out of Lagoon, therefore some of the kits will get Emerald. And Emerald, to be honest, I think Emerald probably matches a little better than Lagoon maybe. But you guys are going to get all of your card bases, okay? They're all, if you get a kit from me, everything is scored for you because Cricut cut it, okay? So you don't even have to do the scoring. You don't even have to bring a paper trimmer to class, okay? But you're going to get the white cardstock to do your stamping and your die cutting on, okay? You're going to get all of the colored card bases. You're going to get all of the envelopes that you need. You get all of the white layers. There's 12 of these because there's 2 per card. There's one layer on the front and 1 layer on the inside, okay? You get all of the pattern papers, all of the cardstock pre-cut pieces, all the stamping sentiments, and then in Close to My Heart world, I was even making you guys get your own embellishments, right? Like, I wasn't even including the dots anymore. Well, I'm including the dots this time. I don't know if we'll do it every time. Like I said, these kits are going to be different every time, okay? Well, this is a new adventure for me, and so I'm trying new things too. And yes, you have an old business card because I don't have my new ones in yet, but at least it makes for a cute topper, and it, you know, if you pull this out, you know, years down the road because you didn't put it together in class, you at least know how to get a hold of me because my email address will not change on here. So that's why that's included. But you guys have, in fact, maybe I can show you in a better, I'm going to grab the whole package up here because they are worth showing you. So remember, again, I told you guys about the in colors, right? They're beautiful. But one of the embellishments, they have more than one. They have some resin dots too that are in the in colors that are awesome. But they were out of stock when I made this kit, so that's why I didn't use them. But they are very cool. But these are like our gold and silver glitter gems, only even more faceted, so they're even more shimmery and shiny. So I don't know if my lighting will pick up. I don't know that it will. Look at these things sparkle, you guys. They are amazing. Absolutely gorgeous. So you guys, I'm actually including 2 rows of the shimmer gems. Pardon me, hang on. I'm trying to learn the actual correct names so I can get it memorized. Shimmer gems. Okay, so they're like our gold and silver shimmer gems, okay? So you guys are getting a row of the large ones in all the colors and a row of the small ones in all the colors. And you will have some left over, but this will be enough for you guys to be able to create your cards just like me if you would like. So you guys are getting all of the consumables in your kit this month, okay? All of the consumables. The only thing that you would need if you wanted to create your cards just like me, the only thing that you're going to need are your stamp pads. Okay, those are going to be on the supply list, and I already talked about them. I'm going to put them below in the comments. And your stamp set and your die. And then, of course, I use my beloved black doodling pen. Just a regular ink pen will actually work, guys. Or a little, like a fine tip Sharpie is great too. But you'll want to grab like your toolkit, right? So like your bone folder, your paper trimmer, you only need if you're not getting a kit from me. Because like I said, your paper trimmer, you only need that for scoring. Or cutting if you happen to be cutting your own cards, but the scoring has already been done by the Cricut. So if you're getting a kit for me, you don't even need that. So you really need just a few supplies. But I feel like I'm excited about it, guys. I'm ready to go back to like our fun little girls' night in, and we're gonna do giveaways. I've already got some things set aside, some Stampin' Up! Brand new things to give away. We'll have some fun drawings. It's going to be great, okay? It's going to be great. So when I will get the blog post up, if you're listening to this and you would like the file, just the files, there'll be a purchase link over on my blog through PayPal like I usually do. Again, I'm just really, really running behind, okay? So my team, I'm just really pouring into helping my team kind of getting off the ground. So that is what you guys are going to get with a $75 order. Let me show you what you're going to get for a $125 order. Now, this is really special, okay? I did a kit very similar to this. Oh, we're going to show you guys these before we move on, okay? The reason why I have to course correct and give you this is because this is retired, okay? Sadly. I already have 35 packages filled with these beautiful print and cut pieces that don't match paper that you can order right now. If this stuff makes it onto clearance at some point down the road, you better believe that we are going to revive this workshop, because I've already got all these envelopes full of these beautiful print and cuts. So again, the lighting is not going to do this paper justice. It's just not. It's just completely blowing it out, and I'm very discouraged about it. So we'll figure it out one day. That day is not today. But this is a beautiful workshop, amazing ribbon. This ribbon is still available. It is like got this gold thread woven through this beautiful, it's something peacock, something peacock. I want to say perfect peacock, but I don't think that's right. But it really is very close to our peacock, or a little tiny bit darker than Journey. Thank you, Melissa. I just saw your comment. I appreciate that. That's so kind of you. But it's a completely beautiful ribbon, guys. I used the paper, the cardstocks. I used a beautiful, we have glitter paper. They have something called shimmer paper. And shimmer paper is like glitter paper, only it's less dimensional. So it's smoother and softer. Like, it's not as textured or quite as like glittery. So it will look really, really cool on like a boy card, okay? Picture like sandpaper that has been painted over the top. That's kind of what it reminds me of. It's like not super shiny or sparkly like our glitter paper. So I used a little bit of that, but I had fun with the print and cut, you guys. Does anyone recognize these flowers? I'll give you, there's a delay, so I'll give you a second if anybody watching recognizes where, this is a close to my heart Cricut collection. Not collection, it's one of those smaller $10 collections. I like a gold star to whoever can tell me which collection this came from. I love this little I love you. I absolutely love that. I use that a couple times in the workshop. So guys, again, if you like, all these images and stuff are in the Cricut file. So even though the paper is retired, if you like the layouts and that kind of thing, one moment. Pardon me. If you like the layouts, this is still a workshop file you can request with your qualifying order, okay? I love this one too. These are base pages. They're wild. They are like really far out there. And so I had to keep the top really, really simple. But I love the titles. These titles are super cool. So you guys have heard me say 100 times, I love having multiple fonts on a sentiment or a title or a stamp set. I just adore it. So I love both of these. So these were all custom made in Cricut by myself. That's not like an image you can go and grab or a part from a collection. I made these myself. So our favorite memories, and I love these fun little arrows here. This one is these moments are worth remembering. And remember, guys, you can take these and use them on other projects as well. Once you qualify for the workshop, you have all of this stuff created with these Cricut Access images. You have these like forever now, so you can cut them and do tons of different things with them. It's going to be so cool. So again, really simplistic, not a whole lot added to here because the base page pretty much was jumping up and down all by itself. I love this one too. This torn paper was very fun. We were actually told that they have artists for things like this. They have artists that will take the paper and tear it. There's one page. It may be a back of a base page, and I may be able to actually show you. Oh, no, maybe we've got a little bit here. This one here, we're going to jump ahead. This one here that has a bunch of these pieces all like torn paper. They told us at the event at the home office at Stampin' Up that there was actually an artist who went in and painstakingly tore colored paper, put it back together like in this pattern on, you know, on the surface, and then they took a picture of it and like digitally put it into the whatever they do after that with it, like edit it and all of that stuff. But it's actually birthed from real art that a person did. There is a sweet little paper pack in the brand new annual catalog that we actually got to see and hold and touch and feel. That is a beautiful, like, it reminds me of Thomas Kincaid paintings. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about when you look at the catalog. But it was a watercolorist that actually painted all of those, and then they got photographed and put into the computer and finalized. It's very cool. Like, I never would have even thought that, oh my goodness, the paper we're touching and cutting up was actually designed by like an artist. It wasn't just something a computer did. So I don't know why that fascinates me, but it totally does. So this one again, the paper, like, I struggled to get, you know, this was stuff that we got ahead of time, so I didn't have all of the, one moment, there's another yawn, that's number 3, I think. I didn't have all the matching cardstocks and all of that at this time, so I just kind of made do with what I had. So this would probably be a little bit tone it down a little bit with just regular cardstock rather than pattern paper, but you know, I worked with what I had. But it really gets kind of busy quickly, so we really kept the top layer with the embellishments pretty simple. So you've got some more of those custom titles that I created, the Oh Happy Day. And then this one over here is Remember Today. And then you've got these fun little arrows kind of staggered around. So this one was fun too. This one, someone told me, one of my new team members said, Susan, I just see like tropical Hawaii things with this layout, and then now I can't unsee it. Every time I see it, I'm like envisioning a hibiscus, even though this is not a hibiscus. That's just what makes me think of as something tropical over in Hawaii. And since nobody commented, because it's 10 o'clock and probably nobody is watching anymore, these are the flowers from the Serenity Close to My Heart Cricut collection. So that is where I got those. And I did a little bit of slicing and dicing and changed the color, of course, and added my black outlines and all of that. So lots of fun work in Cricut, but it's like my favorite thing to do. This is another title that I created, You Are My Joy. And you can see I did just some fun things with the ribbon. So it just like kind of sticks back behind there, like almost adding a little bit of dimension, like a leaf perhaps, just to kind of give it a little bit of jazz back behind there. And then this one has I just looped it and stuck it behind there. So it's not really, I mean, we're not doing anything groundbreaking, right? It's not super duper fancy. But again, just kind of a fun way to use it. And so then the last one, again, some of these papers are a little bit wild. They're a little bit crazy and wild. But I never would have thought to put like magenta and reds with neon green. But I actually think that it looks okay. So again, a really generic title, Happiness Blooms From You, and some fun print and cut images with, again, like really great usable photo spaces. So none of that, like, have to cut everything down. You guys have really good usable photo spaces. So that is a file you guys can redeem if you want, but there will be no kit surrounding that because you can't get the paper. So let me show you how I had to course correct, and I had to do it in a darn hurry because I didn't realize until just a few days before the first that this is how it was going to go down. So I had a similar kit with different papers that I gave with a $200 order in January when I was trying to hit a big sales goal. And what I have done is I have recreated this same 6 pages in the same patterns, but I use different papers, so it looks completely different. Now, one moment. That was yawn number 4, in case you're counting. What is cool about this kit is you don't have to order $200 to get it. This is going to be your, what we used to call the add-on kit. I'm going to still come up with a better name for that. But you are going to be able to get all the pieces for all 6 pages, every piece except the base pages and the photo mats. Like this is your pretend photo, right? So that is not included, and the base page is not included. But you have everything else. Like, it's not just the cardstock, it's not just the Cricut, it's not just the print and cut, it's everything. There are a billion pieces in this kit, okay? And the reason why I don't have it to show you right here is because they're not packed yet, okay? Because my boys, bless their heart, they're helping me. So, this will be the entire kits. All of the paper, all the pattern papers, you're going to get the dots. I bought the gray dots for you guys as well. So you have the only thing that you have to have in your stash to put this kit together are your base pages and your photos. That's all you have, and your adhesive, of course, but I have everything else I've provided for you. Okay, so I kept the titles really generic. I think you can read it, if it's in, I think it's in the screen. Bright Memories of You. So again, really generic. It'll work for you know, many different types of photos. So have I ever considered teaching a Cricut class you would enjoy learning how to tips? I absolutely have considered that, and the day that I can get my internet to not be glitchy, it is like first on my list. I love nothing more than to talk about Cricut. I absolutely love it. Let's see. I missed a comment as well. Maria says, can I buy your print and cut packet from you because I bought all the supplies to make these layouts in your starter kit to make your pages, but you won't be. Yes. Send me a message, Maria. I'll make that happen. Of course. Yeah, because that would make me sad. And I told you guys, if you guys, at least those people that were inside my page to join my team, I had that ready to go before they all could join because I wanted to give them a supply list so they could put those products in their shopping or in their consultant kit, so they, just like me, would be able to have a workshop ready to go for May 1st for their customers. That was a way they could get the product early too, right? So I told them all, my guys, I don't know if it's going to be here May 1st or not. You're taking a chance, just like I did. And so now that it's sold out, it makes me sad to think that they bought the products and can't put the workshop together, or if they're going to do it, it won't be able to generate them business. So yes, send me a message. We will make that happen. Okay. Cause like I said, I got 35 of those suckers just sitting there waiting for homes. But, you guys get everything that you see here except your base pages. And you're going to get the cutting file as well. Okay. So, when you qualify for the kit, you always get the cutting file unless stated otherwise. So if you guys maybe like this pattern, and these are all custom titles that I make myself. These are not just images I pull out of Cricut. I make these myself. And so if you guys are like, oh my gosh, that is like a really great pattern, maybe I want to use that for a class or something, you will get the cutting files as well. And if you're a consultant or a demonstrator and you're listening to this and you want just the cutting file, you want to purchase that, I'll have that over on my blog as well when I get that link up. Okay. So what's really cool, we're gonna do a little bit of consultant demonstrator teaching here for a minute. What I look for, especially going forward where we do not have bulk paper anymore, what I look for whenever I'm deciding what kind of pattern I want to kit, I look for patterns that have small pieces of the pattern paper and a lot of them. And what that means to me is that I can make one paper pack stretch a long way. Again, because we don't have the bulk paper, right? This is an amazing pattern because it just uses 1.5-inch strips of pattern paper, and you can use as many different of those strips as you want. So like you could get one paper pack and essentially be able to make at least six kits out of that one paper pack, and they're all going to match, right? Because all you're doing is just making strips of paper. I would have to get my grid paper out in my calculator, and I could tell you exactly how many kits you could for sure get out of your pattern paper. But you could get a minimum of 6 for sure, right? So that is really where my consultant brain or my demonstrator brain kicks in. Because then I think about that duplicatability. That's like my favorite word on the planet, and it's probably not even a word, but I like the ability to be able to create something one time and be able to redeem its value over and over and over again, and a kit is a great way to do that. So this one is something to celebrate. Okay, so it's got these fun presents. So they of course would work for birthday photos or something like that. You could even do graduation photos. It's got the present on there. Or, yawn number 5. Or you could do away with the presents and just keep this something to celebrate, and then think about all of the really great, like sports and different things like that on there. But again, really great photo spaces. Everything that you see is included except your pretend photos and your base pages. I did use linen, mink, and mist. So you can see, guys, they're just neutral. You can put it on white if you want. You can put it on white paper or white base pages. You can put it on black base pages. It's up to you. But here is another one. Again, really super duper generic. You shine bright. And then I have all these affirmation sentiments sitting on top of the clouds. And to me, I just really, really love to have a little bit of clustering, just some little tiny elements. I don't know why that makes me so happy, but it does. And I love to have them overlap my photos just a teeny tiny bit. Like, don't put a cloud on top of Grandpa's face, but just overlapping a little bit, just to me kind of helps my eye draw from one edge to the other. I just love it. It makes me so happy. So this will be layout number 3. And again, from a teaching perspective, you guys, look at these patterns. You'll see, okay? This is methodical. This is years and years and years of kit creating at work, okay? You'll notice the pieces that are larger that you use more of on a kit, those are cardstock, right? Because you can pull out sheet after sheet after sheet of cardstock, okay? And if you run out, you just buy another pack of cardstock, not a big deal. The reason why you tend to not do that with your pattern paper, right, is because if you run out of the sage piece of pattern paper, you got to buy a whole nother pack, right? You see what I'm saying? So you want those pattern papers to be able to get a lot of them so that all of your kits can be the same and you can get as many kits out of one paper pack as possible. So you'll see these are 3x3 pieces. So on a 12x12 piece of paper, you can get 16 of the doggone things, right? So 16. So like if you were looking at the one piece of the pattern paper right here, you would be able to get out of just one 12x12 one 12x12 piece, okay? You can get 16 of these and you use 2 per layout. So you could get 8 layouts with this pattern on just one 12x12. Here's another pair of 3x3. So this took one more sheet of that green paper, right? To get you, and you could get 8 layouts. Then the rest, these are all cardstocks, right? See what I'm saying? So again, like I have said for years that I was going to put together, I need some professional help, I think, but I was going to put together a kit creating course to really go through the ins and outs and all the math and the thought process behind all of it. Because to me, I love doing it. Like, it makes my brain, I have a 10 key on my desk, you guys, like one of the great big Canon things. Like, I love it. I love to crunch numbers. It's my favorite thing on the planet. So maybe not on the planet, but in my business, it's my favorite part. So this is layout number 3. So again, everything that you guys see in the all of these pages, okay, except your base pages, will come in a great big envelope, and that will be your gift if you place a $125 order. So if you place a $125 order and you use the host code, and where are the host codes? The host codes will always be in the banner of my business page, or they'll be pinned to the top of my VIP customer group. And anybody that places an order with me, I will begin importing into my VIP customer group, okay? So they will have additional abilities to earn other workshop files. I have like my friend Chris, who creates workshop files, and she's in Canada. I buy all of her scrapbooking workshop files and all of her card making workshop files, and my VIP customers have the ability to redeem those in addition to any of mine. And she doesn't use Cricut in hers. So if I have customers that are mine that do not use Cricut, and they love Chris's files because they can use them with a paper trimmer, okay? So when you're inside the VIP group, you have a lot of opportunity to grab other additional resources that you don't get outside here, okay? So when you place your first order, I will begin reaching out to those people and getting them into that group, okay? So with a $125 order and you've used the host code, you're gonna get all the pieces except the base pages to create the 6 pages that I showed you here, that kit. And then you're also going to get the May Fancy Flap class and all of those products that I showed you guys earlier, okay? And then you will also be admitted into the group or the event where we're going to film this in June. And it will be recorded, so if you guys can't attend that night, you'll be able to watch it on the replay. But it's going to be a good time. You're going to want to get in your jammies and grab your sweet tea, and we're going to do giveaways and fun things like that. So more of that coming. But if you guys have questions, or maybe if I know the video is crazy long, whatever. If you have questions, or you're not sure about something, or maybe you're struggling finding the host code, or maybe you're not sure where to put the host code in when you're putting your order in, or anything like that, please reach out to me. I'll be so happy to help. These are going to be all first come, first serve. I obviously can't make any more of these, okay? Because it's close to my heart paper and I can't get it anymore. So once these are gone, I don't restock them. And once these are gone, actually, I will restock these because I can still get, I can get paper from Stampin' Up! To match. So I will restock these till the very end. We'll put it that way. But I will not restock the 12 by 12 because I can't get the paper anymore. Okay. So if you guys want to get one of the add-on kits, one of the $125 kits, you want to make sure that you get your order placed pretty quickly. Okay. I'm going to put all the links down below in the comments. Okay. I'll put my website link. I'll put the host codes. I'll put the supply list and all that good stuff, and that gives me a little bit of breathing room to get my blog post up, okay? So thanks, guys, for hanging out with me late at night. I absolutely love that. I love that. And don't forget that some of the Close to My Heart products are already sold out, but you guys can get those if you're listening to me and you are, if you're listening to me and you guys are a person that has an email address affiliated with a Close to My Heart account, then the Stampin' Up! System will recognize you and allow you to purchase the Close to My Heart products. If you're listening to this and you have never shopped with Close to My Heart before, they will not allow you to add that to your order. But you can reach out to me and I will be able to get it for you. Okay? How about that? So, I hope you guys sleep well, my friends. Sleep well. And I hope your Friday is wonderful tomorrow. I hope. It's been storming like crazy town here, but we are a rural farming community, and so the farmers and the ranchers are just thanking God for the rain. We've had a ton of rain, and we're so grateful for it. If you guys have questions about anything that I've shared with you in the video, please feel welcome to reach out. And for every one of my peeps who are hanging with me during this transition, I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for you. I'm just, it makes me so happy. You know, the scary part about leaving our world with Close to My Heart and moving to a new place, the scary part is leaving all our buddies behind. And the fun thing is that the transition that they made it possible for us to take all of our buddies with us, or at least the buddies that wanted to go. And so we kept a lot of our teams together. I see a lot of my customers going over and shopping with me, and it just makes me so grateful. So if you're listening to this and you're one of those people, thank you so much. From my heart, thank you so much, okay? So I look forward to visiting with you guys again soon, and I'm going to get the kits packed for you guys and ready to go. Obviously, I'm a little delayed because I had to order on the 1st to get more of the paper and more of the gems, because I obviously did not have those in my stash. And so I have to wait until those get here, and then I'll get the rest of it cut up and packed in the rest of the kits. Randy and Cody have been amazing, stripping hundreds of Cricut mats over the last few weeks. And when I say hundreds, I mean hundreds, to get all of this ready to go for us. And Mom has been cutting bags of paper and all the things. So we're about caught up from April, and we're ready to move into May with a smile. So happy May, guys. Hope that the rest of your evening is great, and I will look forward to visiting with you soon.